Today's topic is going to be really interesting. 3 things women often lie about at the beginning of a relationship. You've probably noticed that most women only reveal their true selves after some time has passed. In the beginning, she seems perfect, and the man happily starts building a relationship with her. But then, after a few months, the mask comes off, and suddenly there are all kinds of problems. The thing is, many women like to show only their best sides early on and rarely give completely honest answers to a man's questions. Of course, it's understandable. We all want to present ourselves in the best possible light. But because of that, a lot of issues tend to come up a few months in right around the time the demo mode ends. That's actually when most relationships fall apart. So, in order for a man to know what to look out for, he simply needs to be aware of the 3 main things women often stretch the truth about at the start of a relationship, or even just when they're getting to know someone. And the first thing on that list is the number of past partners. When you first start talking to her and getting to know her, she'll almost always try to hide the real number of people she's been with. But in most cases, whatever number she gives you, it's safer to multiply it by 3. Women do this because they don't want you to think they're flaky or too easy. So if your new girl tells you she's only had 1 serious relationship, or says something like, "Sweetheart, you're my first," I'd advise you not to take that at face value. Sure, you can nod and pretend to believe her, but always keep in mind that what she's telling you might not be the whole truth. Let's be real. In the 21st century and in the age of the internet, it's highly unlikely that a woman isn't getting attention. She'll always have admirers. Her DMs are probably full of messages from guy friends, and she likely has a bunch of men orbiting around her. That's just how it is with most women today. And she may also have guys on standby, men she's already considering for a relationship, even while she's out holding hands with you. For all you know, after your date, she might block your number and decide you're not her type, and then go out with someone else the next day. That kind of thing happens, so don't get too ahead of yourself. The second thing to pay attention to is her personality. When you first start talking or entering a relationship, a woman will usually try to be the perfect girlfriend. She doesn't criticize you, doesn't start fights, doesn't cause drama, doesn't try to control you, and you start thinking, wow, she's the one. But all of this is done to get you emotionally hooked, maybe even to make you fall head over heels in love. And once she sees that you're really on the hook and not going anywhere, because by then you're truly in love, that's when she starts to let her true self out. That's when she starts showing her negative traits. She might begin to manipulate you, control you, pick fights, and create unnecessary drama. At that point, a man finds himself stuck in a situation he doesn't enjoy anymore. And a lot of times, this happens after marriage, when the demo version is completely over. That's why I always tell men, don't rush into anything. Really think it through before you take someone to the courthouse and get legally tied. At the very least, go through something like renovating an apartment together. Then you'll get a better idea of what she's really like. And let's be honest, marriage isn't really in a man's favor these days. That's just something you always need to keep in mind. But hey, it's a personal decision. I'm not trying to talk anyone out of it. And the third thing is her attitude toward money. In the early stages of getting to know each other, when a man asks a woman, "Are money and financial success important to you? Do you put money first in life?" You'll usually hear one of 2 types of answers. The first, more obvious one is when she says a man must earn at least $100,000 a year and be able to fully provide for his woman and their future family. At least she's being honest. The second response is more subtle. She might say, "Money isn't the most important thing to me. What really matters in a relationship is love, trust, respect, understanding, honesty, and openness. If those things are there, the relationship will be happy. She might say it in such a heartfelt way that you're left thinking, wow, what a woman, what an angel I've found. Now, with the first answer, it's pretty clear where she stands. But with the second one, you need to be careful. Because even though she might say that money doesn't matter, in many cases, it's not the full truth. Plenty of women say the same thing, but fast forward a few years into the relationship, and suddenly she's expecting the impossible. She wants you to start leaping over your own head. She's telling you that you must become a businessman and earn $300,000 a year now because you have a wife and kids to support. You have to grow, you have to level up, and you must bring home at least $300K annually. Otherwise, what kind of man are you? And the guy's left confused, thinking, wait a minute, I thought she didn't care about money. She said love and support were the most important things. But now all she talks about is income and status. So my advice is, don't take those early words at face value. Get to know who she really is when no one's performing anymore. That's it. That's the whole message. I hope this video helps you to make the right decision. See you in the next video.